Life is filled with ups and downs. It's inevitable. We face challenges, disappointments, and unexpected events. How we respond in these moments, however, is what truly defines us. Our reactions, whether big or small, shape our experiences and relationships. Responding thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively, empowers us. It helps us navigate difficult situations with more grace and composure. When we take a moment to pause and reflect, we can choose responses that align with our values and goals. Mastering our responses is a journey, not a destination. It requires self-awareness, patience, and a willingness to understand the emotions driving our reactions. This is part of healing ourselves. By embarking on this path of self-discovery, we unlock a world of possibilities for a more peaceful and fulfilling life. It's a domino effect. When we exhibit self-control, we have a healthier outcome. We all have patterns that are learned and responses we use without thought. These patterns often stem from past experiences, particularly those rooted in our childhoods. Some common reactive patterns include anger, shutting down, and fear. Anger, while a natural emotion, can become destructive when it controls our responses. It often masks deeper emotions like hurt or fear. Ask yourself, is this usually my first response? Do I respond with anger when someone says no or tries to talk with me? Do I respond with anger and react defensively? Shutting down, on the other hand, involves withdrawing emotionally and avoiding confrontation. Is also a response. It is a way of avoidance and trying to control what will be dealt with and what won't. Both responses lead to a place with often feeling isolated, overwhelmed, and regrets. Many people are never taught to handle their emotions or feelings, often left feeling overwhelmed and unable to even determine their why for the way they behave or respond. The overreacting learned behaviors leave them feeling alone, misunderstood, isolated, and often in situations that are created due to lack of healthy ability to respond. Recognizing these reactive patterns is the first step toward understanding their origins and learning healthier ways and creating positive outcomes. Childhood traumas, whether big or small, can leave lasting imprints on how we perceive the world and interact with others. For example, if we grew up in an environment where anger was a common way to express emotions, we might unconsciously adopt that same pattern. Similarly, if we experienced neglect or rejection, we might develop a fear of vulnerability and shut down emotionally. By understanding the origins of our reactive patterns, we can begin to heal those old wounds and develop healthier coping mechanisms. This is not about beating ourselves up or feeling overwhelmed. This is about taking control and empowering yourself to know that we have the ability to change. We can literally change our lives by acknowledging what we are doing and what isn't working. We can seek help through coaching and other services that can offer new options and create new responses. This process requires self-compassion, patience, and the beginning of loving yourself. The good news is that we are not destined to repeat our reactive patterns forever. We have the power to choose how we respond, even in the face of adversity. This empowerment comes from understanding our triggers and developing new, healthier ways of coping. Learning to pause before reacting is crucial. Taking a few deep breaths, stepping away from a heated situation, or simply counting to 10 can create the space we need to gather our thoughts and respond more intentionally. Communicating our needs and boundaries assertively is also essential. We have to push the fear away and trust that by being more assertive, we will have the outcome wanted. This means expressing ourselves honestly and respectfully without resorting to blame or aggression. By choosing peace over reactivity, we create a ripple effect, fostering healthier relationships and a more harmonious inner world.